Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Vibes, your go-to channel for everything that rumbles, roars, and defines the spirit of performance. Today, we're diving into something that's been stirring up major excitement in the automotive world. The all-new 2026 Dodge Coronet 426. This is not just another muscle car. It's a resurrection of a legendary name that defined an era of American performance. The Coronet badge carries deep heritage, tracing back to the golden age of muscle when power, presence, and pride were everything. Dodge knows exactly what it's doing by bringing back the Coronet name. And by pairing it with 426, they're sending a very clear message: American muscle is alive and louder than ever. Asterisk. When you look at the 2026 Dodge Coronet 426, the first thing that hits you is the design. Dodge has managed to blend nostalgia with a futuristic edge in a way that feels both familiar and refreshing. The front end screams dominance with a wide, low-set grille that echoes the design of the original Coronet, but with modern touches like sleek LED headlights and aggressive air intakes. The body lines are bold and sculpted, giving it a stance that looks ready to pounce even when it's standing still. Massive wheels fill out the arches, and the long hood paired with a fastback rear profile gives it that classic muscle car proportion we all love. Dodge didn't just want this to be a tribute, they wanted it to be a statement of evolution. And that's exactly what it is. Asterisk, step inside and you'll find a cabin that's all about performance with comfort and technology. The 2026 Coronet 426 doesn't feel stripped down or old school. It feels like a muscle car that has matured. You get a driver-focused cockpit with premium materials, a digital instrument cluster, and a massive central touchscreen that runs Dodge's latest Uconnect system. The flat-bottom steering wheel, supportive sport seats, and ambient lighting remind you that this car means business. But it's not all aggression. There's luxury here too, with options for high-quality leather, contrast stitching, and customizable driving modes that adjust everything from throttle response to suspension stiffness. It's a muscle car that knows how to play nice when it needs to. Asterisk. Now let's talk about what everyone really cares about: the power. The name 426 is more than just a number. It's an icon. It's a callback to the legendary 426 Hemi engine that ruled the drag strips of the 60s and 70s. While Dodge hasn't officially confirmed whether this new version uses a traditional V8 or a hybrid-assisted powertrain, insiders suggest that it will deliver performance figures worthy of its heritage. We're talking north of 600 horsepower, a 0 to 60 time under 4 seconds, and quarter-mile times that'll make modern sports cars nervous. The engine roars with that deep, thunderous growl that only Dodge can engineer, and the exhaust note is pure symphony for muscle car lovers. It's a car that refuses to go quiet in an era where electrification is taking over. Asterisk handling has also seen a major upgrade. Dodge has fine-tuned the chassis for both straight-line stability and cornering control, giving the Coronet 426 a level of balance previous generations could only dream of. The suspension is adaptive, the brakes are massive Brembos, and the steering feedback feels precise and weighted just right. Whether you're blasting down a highway, attacking corners, or cruising through the city, the car adapts to your mood. This is where Dodge proves that modern muscle isn't just about brute force, it's about control, sophistication, and driving feel. Asterisk. When it comes to technology, Dodge hasn't held back. You get the latest driver assistance features, including adaptive cruise control, lane keeping, blind spot detection, and performance telemetry right on the digital cluster. You can record lap times, measure G-forces, and even tweak your power delivery settings. There's wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, over-the-air updates, and an available premium sound system for when you want to trade the roar of the exhaust for some music. But let's be honest, you probably won't use it much because that engine note is all the soundtrack you'll ever need. Asterisk. The 2026 Dodge Coronet 426 is also surprisingly practical for a performance car. There's enough cabin space for everyday driving, decent trunk room, and modern ride comfort that makes it livable beyond the weekend. It's the kind of car that can take you to work during the week and then tear up the drag strip on Saturday. Dodge wanted to make sure it could be both a muscle car and a daily driver. And from early reviews and previews, it seems they've nailed that balance perfectly. Asterisk now. For those wondering about pricing, Dodge hasn't released official numbers yet. But considering its power, performance, and legacy, expect it to sit in the higher range of the muscle car segment, somewhere around the mid-$60,000 mark, depending on trim and options. That's still an incredible value when you consider what you're getting. Classic American power, modern technology, and a design that commands respect wherever it goes. And yes, Dodge will likely offer limited editions or special performance packages. So collectors are going to be watching this one closely. Asterisk the return of the Coronet. 426 is more than just another new model, it's a statement. It's Dodge reminding everyone that even as the world moves toward electrification and quiet efficiency, there's still room for cars that make your heart race and your hands tremble on the steering wheel. It's about passion, heritage, and the unfiltered joy of driving something built to excite. The Coronet nameplate carries decades of history. And the 2026 version looks ready to write a whole new chapter for a new generation of enthusiasts? Asterisk. So, as the engine cools and the sun sets behind that muscular silhouette, one thing is clear: the 2026 Dodge Coronet 426 is not just a car, it's an experience. It's a bridge between past and future, between nostalgia and innovation, between noise and emotion. It's proof that the American muscle car spirit is far from dead. It's just been re-engineered for a new era. Asterisk. That's all for today's deep dive, Car Vibes family. If you loved this breakdown, hit that like button, share it with your fellow gearheads, and make sure you're subscribed for more automotive content that keeps your adrenaline flowing. Tell us in the comments, what do you think of the new Dodge Coronet 426? Would you choose it over a Challenger or Charger, and what color would you go for? Thanks for watching, and as always, keep your engines loud and your vibes strong. See you in the next one.